hardly remember.
Did Larry help you?
Huh?
Did he play bass with you all on that?
I don't
Larry
remember.
Mathis.
There was a
Can't
banjo
hardly
player
remember.
on one.
Now, we-
Bud played the banjo, his brother.
Yes.
Larry, I believe, is also a banjo player, but I believe he played bass with you on that.
Either him or Chuck King. Remember Chuck? And we took
Yeah,
Stone Cipher to
I believe Chuck had died.
had that.
Yeah, I remember that.
We took Stone Cipher and some of his Ray Rose and I know who was on that record back. They played the fiddle. Who's the fiddle that plays on? You know, it works for KUB. Pretty good
Marion,
fiddle.
his sister. I won't say Bob, or it's not Bob,
We used, let's see, we used Rose, Ray Rose, or what's his name? Plays the bass for Stoney. Ray and Stoney and this fiddle player, whatever his name was. And me and Bud.
Jerry,
Yeah.
what's his last name?
And you played the mandolin?
I played the mandolin.
Well, maybe if we got in touch with Larry, he would remember who was on it, if he was on it.
I tell you, that's been quite a while back.
Yeah.
Did you notice any date on the record?
No, I don't know. I was going to ask you if you could recall when it was.
Here's a good one.
Jerry Moore is
Well,
his name.
Jerry Moore.
That's
it.
fiddle player.
Jerry Moore?
Yeah.
Was that with a G or a J? Do you know?
J.
Jay.
Jerry Moore.
Jerry Moore fiddle.
That's one there we ought to have $100,000 out of.
You ought to, yeah. 1957.
57 was 2 years after Arthur Smith recorded his.
Marking banjo, yeah.
And he done collected on that deal. You know that?
He did, yes.
Yeah, he collected, but this is the version they used, and we've got lawyers working on it. Bill Albert said he can collect on it. See, because Smith agreed when this came out, he put up a complaint, and he put it in writing that he would split the royalties off of this record
does
deal
the
with us, and
recording
he got
company-
50% of it.
Mhm.
Well, if it was good then, why shouldn't it be good now?
It
Yeah.
would be if they've got that.
If they could just find the,
You didn't save a copy of it.
we had it. Bud said he had it. Knows we got it. Because Don Pierce wrote us the letter, said.
I'm sure you had it.
Now, who did you say played the bass on that one?
If I could hear the record, I could just about tell you.
Yeah.
It was either Chuck King or let's see, or Larry Mathis, one of the two.
And who played the guitar?
On One Little Word.
Yes.
Now there is a possibility. I'll tell you what's happened on that deal. One Little Word. I played the guitar. Bud played the 5-string banjo. Or if we did it with Aldi and Earl, then Aldi played the
Aldi played
banjo.
the mandolin, and Earl played the
A slap guitar.
slap guitar.
And I played straight guitar, and Bud played the 5-string banjo.
I believe that's the way it was recorded.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember when you done.
And who's Audie and Earl?
Webster Brothers.
That's what-
Oh, okay.
That's the Four Brothers Quartet, me and my brother.
That
and
was the
Webster
four
Brothers.
brothers. They-
So the other one, where it says the Brewster Brothers and the Four Brothers Quartet, there was actually only 4 of you
Four,
there.
right, yeah.
And that was a trio. Who were the 3 people in the trio? Or was it a singing quartet too? Right?
Singing quartet.
But only 3 people.
No, it's a
maybe
vocal
7, right?
quartet. It's quartet.
Okay.
And
And there was an electric guitar on that?
evidently, if y'all.
That's his guess.
That's a guess?
Yeah.
Uh,
Who would it have been?
well, no.
You did use an electric guitar or something?
I don't think we use electric on that song now.
You did on some of them, though.
Yeah, but you're asking,
Well, it's 20 years
hell,
ago.
I forgot about.
This
I
must
don't
be-
have any idea. All I know is somebody's made a fortune off of ignorant hillbillies like me and Dan Bailey and a bunch of others. I wish I had it to go over with. I know where I can go now. Don Pierce at Stardate Records down there is retired. by a bunch of ignorant hillbillies, just like me and Bud
Yeah.
on Malcolm banjo and things like that. Yes, sir. They'll get cuts of your numbers, and they'll sell a fortune of them overseas.
Well,
You
the
know-
guy who owned the Richardson label, he made a fortune off of me and Charles.
Why, sure he did. And there's no telling how many of those copies goes overseas, see. And they can press them, what, a 45 for how much money? 20 cents a piece?
Back then,
Less than that even.
I guess it was.
Probably 20 cents a piece, and sell them easy for $1. See. But now Wade Pierce was working, he was getting, unknowingly, we were signing papers to give him all rights to it and all that other stuff, so he got us, he said.
That's right.
Huh?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So we'll be making payments on these records here. Are those both songs that you wrote yourself?
One little word. No, we didn't write it, we put a name on it.
Where did that come from?
It's an old
An
name,
old
Dan.
traditional one?
I guess Dan Charlie sung it first before we had Bud ever sung it.
That's one of the first, one among our first numbers.
I'd say the
Right.
copyright had run out on it. We got a legal claim to it, I'm
You
sure.
must have, or if you got copyright.
Yeah, these people here. Of course, I don't know whether they're still in business or not. I don't think they are.
I don't think they
It was just a
Public domain.
PD, public domain. One little word.
are. How about the other one there? I'll be happy
We
in
wrote
my
that. We wrote
I
that
remember.
one.
Well,
We have it in my new home.
we know about all the times before that people have had stuff stolen from them.
Yeah.
We believe pretty strongly in making the proper payments.
Yeah, sure.
And so
Well-
it becomes hard when we start off as a record company. People are always very suspicious of us because what other people have done before.
I wish, I'd like to be rich, but I'd hate to have to live with my conscience thinking I
Yeah.
stole it.
Well, I've been told though that these boys here, they all hold college degrees and everything else. They work at it. They
That doesn't mean you're honest.
Uh,
That doesn't mean you're honest. If you have a
Yeah,
college
it's
degree.
well. In other words, you love this kind of music and you believe in the entertainment of getting what's coming to it.
well, that's the way life ought to be in general, but I'm
They
afraid
all
it's
don't
not.
believe that.
Uh,
All of the world don't believe that.
no.
Bill, you asked my brother. Do you know Charles? Have you ever?
I've never met him. No,
No.
just talked to him on the phone.
Every time you mentioned the guy who was on Richard told him to go to the fence.
Why, yeah.
He knows that he retired almost with that records.
You see, Dan, what you could do. You could buy. You
Then
could take
he
a
sold
number. You
the
could take.
masters for. They're both the masters. Richard told me.
No, I don't know. You know, Starday sold out.
Well, Stoney and Wilma Lee, you know, Stoney, they did them the same way. So everybody ever recorded.
Well, yeah,
No, I was talking to them last night, and they seem to have pretty good feelings towards Jim Stanton.
Did they like Jim?
They said that they never got paid, but they bought the records from him, and then they sold about 20,000 records, and they made their money that way, and they don't have any grudges against them.
Well, I don't
he let
hold-
them right out of their contract when they wanted to go with Columbia.
yeah.
I don't hold a thing in the world against him as far as that's concerned either now, but I would never record for his company. You know, that's the way I feel. But Bill, how many records did he sell to other places?
Or not.
See, here's the thing of it is, if
How
he
many
could
were
press them,
shipped all over the country?
you can
See,
take.
we never got a royalty, not a
Never.
You can load your car down with records, Dan. I mean,
Yes,
you
sir.
can press them for 45. Back then, I'd say 15, 20 cents a piece. You can take them out and peddle them cold. Dealer, record man, never even seen them before, and give you 50 cents a piece for them.
But I will say one thing: he did a good job. I mean, I don't remember who would cut his stuff, but pressing and they like
Richard Tone,
Yeah.
they had pretty good
It was
quality,
good
didn't they?
quality.
Uh-huh.
Sure was. Better than Canary.
Were you the? Did you
Quality.
write me once before, or someone on your company?
Yes, it was me.
I meant to send you a letter back. I just, this has been here to drive you nuts anyhow.
I figured I'd get here eventually. We would be interested if you have some in borrowing or having you make a copy of a picture of essentially that group. If you have any that show both you and the Webster brothers.
I've got some. My ex-wife got them. I don't think I could break in the house and get them. She put all in them.
If Bud don't have any, I have, I think.
Have you got? Have you?
I think so.
'Cause we
Some made
certainly-
out Channel 10.
I have a picture. I think I have a picture of 4 brothers.
I believe you have too.
Bud probably has too.
Probably.
If you'd want to loan it to us, we could copy it and send it back to you, or if you wanted to just take it to a local studio, we can pick up the bill,
Well, I'm alone too.
copy of it.
But I've got it.
As we do want to get a little bit of a story and picture with each of the musicians that were used. A picture from back in the 50s, not a picture from today, show what they looked like at the time. Did you used to specialize in gospel music
Yeah.
exclusively?
I'd say probably 2, 3, 4 years. All year long.
About 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Strictly gospel. Then you went back to.
Lay that pistol down, babe. No, not really.
Backslid.
Sort of semi. Backslid.
Love songs. How did you get in touch with the guy from Acme? Was that the Reverend Clifford Spurlock at that time?
Spurlock, yeah.
How did he get in touch with you?
He got in touch with us. Yeah.
Where were you playing at the time?
Kaz Walker show.
And he heard you on the radio,
Channel 10.
heard about you.
Mm-hmm.
Were you on TV at that time?
Yeah.
So that was probably...
See, our program got into Manchester, Kentucky real good.
Mhm.
And he contacted us. Either that or called us or came down there. I don't get down which it was. But he had those little studios, you know. They had some expensive equipment. They didn't have the right studio. That's the deal.
You didn't know how to use it?
Yeah. I think they knew how to use it, but they didn't have the studio fixed right. They've got to be. The crummiest studio I ever seen was Columbia in Nashville. Could get some of the best sound out of it. You can't record in a big old open block building and get any kind of sound.
The Centaur Studios is nothing to write home about. They've got fine equipment, but the studio is nothing.
Starday's got a good recording studio.
They just built a new one.
Have they?
Yeah, in the last 6 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
So you went up to Manchester
Yeah.
to do this. Did he pay your expenses up there, or
I don't remember what
you
he
just
did.
went up? Did he pay you anything for the records?
He paid us some kind of fee. I don't remember exactly how much.
Probably Union State.
Union probably. But I don't even remember what it was at that time.
How
You're not
many-
with Internal Revenue, are
No, no.
you? Okay.
No, we're just interested in some of the business aspects of this.
It's lousy.
Yeah.
I told David one time, I said, if Internal Revenue ever checked me working for Kaz Walker, I'd have to be the biggest joke in the United States. Lord have mercy.
How many sides do you think you cut for Acme? Do you remember?
With him,
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't make a contract to do any certain number, you know. I think we cut probably a couple of records, 4 numbers while we were there. Best I remember.
And then you went with Carl Story
Yeah.
after that, and you ended up on Mercury and various other. What other labels have you recorded for? You did one with
Starday,
Rimrock too, didn't you?
Rimrock.
Wayne Rainey.
Yeah. Carl did some numbers with Wayne on that.
Well, you were on those too, right?
Yeah.
Because I think the album says Carl Story and the Brewster Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Lord, I don't know. We recorded, I'd say, probably 150 numbers with Carl, all told. Don Pierce used Carl always like he did ours.
Oh, so we got a record out. That's all.
He didn't
So
care
we
nothing about the
got
money.
paid
Just that
enough.
glory is all Carl was after. As long as he could get a record out of it.
Yeah, well.
Then Don Pierce, you see, would he'd put his name. His pen name was York. You know, and they'd record Amazing Grace and put his name on. That tickled me. All them old songs, you know, you've seen in hymn books for years and years gone by. Of course, the copyright, I think, is only 28 years.
My love was waiting for me. I saw that too.
Yeah.
used to sing that in church when I was about 6 years old.
So you think this was around the middle 1950s, 56 or 57, that way? Well, this was 57 with Mercury, so it would have been before that.
It was, I believe, a little before that. Wouldn't you think so, Dan?
If you're on TV, there weren't too many TV
It was
stations.
about 54
We did.
or 5, wasn't it?
Seemed like it was. We were on IVK,
IVK?
WIVK, across from Regis on Gay Street that
I'd say
time.
it was about 1955.
Yeah, roughly. Now we went to the best I remember. We went to Asheville a little while with Carl in 1954, didn't we? And me and Bud came back, and then finally Carl came back, didn't he? Or did he?
No.
Well, now we was with Carl, and when we did Malkin Banjo, you know, in '57.
I know you was, but you recorded with him, but I don't think you was working with him.
No, because we did a lot of numbers while he was away, didn't we? He'd call us up and say we got.
Got mad because Carl said persuaded you all off.
Yeah, that's right.
But he wanted you all back.
He didn't want Carl.
So long as Carl. I don't think Carl ever worked for him anymore after that. You all did.
What did he get upset about?
He might cause Carl up Will, but he would care for Carl.
He's afraid we was going to get off somewhere and make some money.
Yeah, till you leave with him. What time was your show? You had this TV show with Cal.
6 to 7 o'clock every morning.
1 hour show.
Mm.
And then at night, remember, you had
Oh yeah, we had a
two
bunch
night
of shows.
How many days a week was
Wednesday
that?
night.
5 days a week.
Did you do shows also?
We'd go out some
Schools?
occasionally. There wasn't enough money to justify the trip, so we got where it didn't make any difference. Because when television come in and see you, what hell, it killed you.
You're getting paid well enough at the TV stations.
$60 a week.
And then did you hold down another job too?
No,
So that was
that was
pretty
it.
enough, yeah. Oh, $60 a week was a lot more than what it is
You
now.
made $80 a week.
80, yeah, at one time. I came back when I got a cut in
Oh,
salary.
we did make personal appearances too, quite a few then. But on the last, I mean, you're talking about now in the late 60s. We quit making a lot of them because of that early morning show. We just couldn't do it. Get up to 6 o'clock.
Well, it wouldn't pay though, Dan, no how. You couldn't go out and you couldn't draw a crowd.
Well, I
to
remember
pay.
you booked one auction for $500.
Well, auction sales, yeah, auction sales.
Play for an hour.
$500 for an auction.
For an hour.
No, that was 2 days. It wasn't.
About 2
Remember
hours?
that 2 days?
Yeah, but I think they paid you some extra for the second day. didn't they?
No.
It was $500 for both days.
Or was it only 1 hour a day?
It was less than an hour.
That's pretty good. When you played at an auction, or was it just sort of to attract people to come to the auction?
Oh, yeah. Well, we entertained them, of course.
Sure. Where would you say you played mostly at? Church meetings or
Yeah.
schoolhouses?
We go to churches and play. We did a session
Well,
record.
tell them
in
about
church.
your jamboree in Seville, too.
Oh, we had to run that for
Saturday
2
night.
years. Yeah, we did all right on that. It finally just died down to nothing.
Yeah.
Closed it out. Just finally faded out. If you don't go into Nashville, Nashville is the only place you see all the stars that ever made it in the music business. At one time, probably was in Knoxville. Merry-go-round and worked for Cass. They had the talent then, but they didn't have no way to, to project it. So whenever they made it big, they left Cass and went to Nashville. Just had to. Of course, some of them didn't make it in Nashville.
Well, a lot of them did.
A lot of them did, darn right. Chet Atkins and Dolly and Roy Acuff, Osborne Brothers, Leuven Brothers, Carl Smith, Carl Butler,
Earl
Pearl,
Brothers,
Everly Brothers,
Carter family.
Carter's, Chet, yeah, Homer Jethro, and
Archie Camel.
Archie Campbell.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Everything.
About everything that
Half of the Grand Ole, 2/3 of the Grand Ole Opry.
come out of Knoxville. Johnny and Jack, you know, Kitty, and who else? Dan, there was a lot more, wasn't it?
Good Lord, just
Made it big. Jimmy Martin, you know, Jimmy done all right in Nashville. He got where he could get a pretty good fee for flat rates. But that's about a thing of the past anymore.
Yeah.
Getting started, you got to start in Nashville now and work your way to Knoxville. Oh me, them old days, back in the good old days. I probably wouldn't take $1 million for the experience, but I doubt seriously if I want to go back over it again.
I made that very statement.
Did you?
Yeah, you did.
I would take $1 million for the experience that I've had, and then I wouldn't go back to it again for $1 million.
No, when we used to do 4 and 5 radio shows a day, and had a
How
4:30
did we
program,
do it?
and have 100 miles to go to make a personal appearance, and then do the show, wore out, and come back in, maybe sleep a couple hours, and get up and do a 5:30 show in the morning. That was murder, wasn't it?
Sometimes I sit and wonder, how did we ever do it?
How did we ever live through it? Well, I was often worried about it. On the road, day in.
Well, we were all young and we're just actually kids. Called 18, 19, 20. We were healthy, young, and of energy. They'd love to do it. You know, it is fun. Yeah. But now it's somebody asks you to play. It's work.
He actually sometimes did as many as 4 or 5 shows in a day then, radio shows.
Yeah, we did 5. We had a 5. I came to Knoxville Men Ray in 42, wasn't it, Dan? We started on the Caddy show. At that time he had 5:30 to 6, 6:15 to 6:30, 7:30 to 7:45, 11:45 to 12, 4:30 to 5 in the afternoon. Ain't that all?
And then you go
See, you couldn't sleep during the
and then you go
day.
do a show at night too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was making,
Every night.
what were we making then? $5 a week, wasn't it? Salary. Of course, now then's when we were making pretty good money on the road.
Yeah. You was ready then on personal appearance.
Yeah.
This was radio.
Yeah.
Just radio.
Or TV.
Yeah, that's right. See, when television, when they opened up on TV, why, of course, your
They could sit home and see you, plus they pay you to come out and see you.
of course, Dan and Charlie's big money, I'd say, was made in Raleigh, wasn't it, Dan? Most of it, or Nashville? Of course, you made all right. You did all right in Nashville, didn't
Did all right in Nashville, Raleigh, and Willie.
you? Yeah. Yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
about
I
Willie,
think-
but of course, that's pretty hard to grind too, wasn't it?
No, gosh, that was about as bad as Nashville.
Mhm.
Yeah, I played one show out of Nashville, and this is when $1 was $1. Rose
Yeah.
$4,262 and some cents.
One show.
One show. Newport News, Virginia.
A lot of sailors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you do, if you played for an audience that had a lot of sailors in it, did you do any different kind of songs, you think, at that time? Yeah.
Same stuff that, I mean, just country stuff.
Sing Anchors Away or anything like that?
No, no.
No, we always lived sort of with the philosophy of doing the same, or doing what we thought we could do better, regardless of where we was at or what situation we was
And
in.
they liked it. They bought it.
Mm.
You know, that's about it.
What time did you play together?
Oh Lord, right, Dan, I played on that show about all our life.
Because
I remember the first day you walked in the studio at WROL, carried a fiddle. He played the fiddle. See?
now you weren't on those records there, though.
No. But I was working on the station at the same time that they recorded it.
I got a fiddle. I was walking down the street with a case. Somebody snapped a picture. These street photographers, you know, you're buying for quarters. They snapped a picture and I put it in my, I had on a little hat and a leather jacket and a fiddle on my arm, and this other fiddle player was along. I hadn't seen him much since then. And I made a note on that picture in my picture album. I said, when I first started this damn business. Oh, God. I was looking for pictures not too long
They have
ago.
one of me and your brother walking down the street, and there's a good-looking dame walked by, and he got rings, turned around, looking at her legs.
Yeah.
He turned the whole way around.
Oh, that reminded me of that Ernie Ford, too, you know, started in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I got that
Right
picture. I
on
took
the
that
phone,
picture,
yes,
you know. You and
Right.
Junior Gladson and Ernest and Stannis Poignant there on Gay Street on the corner.
See, Junior Gladson and Charles and Tennessee and myself was the Happy Valley Quartet there for a long time on the early morning show until he was drafted.
Well, Dan, I still say, of course, you can't, you could never do it with Kaz, but with the outlet that you have, if you have the music and the organization behind it, that Knoxville will still be a fine place for country music.
Sure it would.
See, you've got to have. You see, you know, when John and Jack and all of them left Knoxville and went to Nashville, they added to their music, didn't they? I mean, they got a full sound, and they had their own original numbers, and that's the only way you can make it in record business.
I would be a bit afraid to branch right out full force into it right now and start traveling. Period.
You would.
If I was able to travel.
I don't think you want to do it, but
Yeah, you get the urge once in a while, but you'd like to do it again.
Well, Dan, if it was money in it, I would. As much as I liked it, if you didn't make good money, I don't think I'd be interested.
Well, most of it is flat rate now, see. Most of it is flat rate now.
Yeah, I know.
Value flat. That was split. They were doing that in Wheeling, all those parks we played, Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
I think we played some even in Rhode Island. They were all flat rates.
how did they used to do it exactly?
Percentage.
Just
Charge
pay-
admission.
And they give a minimum anyhow? A guarantee?
You'd normally pay the sponsor about 30%.
30% to the sponsor. And you can take
Sometimes if you economy, you might get 75, might be there. But that was the going rate. normally.
your brother Ray used to call him 25, 75.
Yeah.
He even charged the janitor. He sold tickets.
He had a pretty good business head on him.
See,
He
we
lived
worked
in under
together.
the whiz.
We traveled together. Junior Husky, you know, the staff bass player for Dragon Opera the past couple of years now, was our bass player. And there's the four of us. That's why my brother was in the Army. Charles. So we worked together. Will and Ray and his brother. Husky. And gas was rationed.
Traveling T model.
We
A model.
We have a lot of fun. Gosh.
We're going to have gas rationing again soon.
Sort of looks like it.
Years
doesn't it?
ago.
Will slept all the time. Could never get him awake when you get back in and you start to get out of the car. You'd say, how much though? Oh, yeah. Still asleep, you know. So one night, we'd had a real good crowd. And
You could see how exhausted anybody'd have to be.
we
to
had
do
made
that.
probably, I guess, $50 a piece or more. So when getting Willie out of the car, he asked his brother, said, how much dough are you racing? Every penny you got. So he just shelled in his pocket, gave him all the bills, and he got in his other pocket, gave him all the change, and sold pictures and songbooks. Took it every bit, and got his other pocket and gave him his bill for it. So he goes in on in Kauai. That's when we stayed in Kauai. It wasn't long till the 5:30 broadcast. We went in, we started to go get some coffee down to the restaurant between the programs.
Crystal or Blue Circle, wasn't
It's
it?
Crystal. Well, she said, oh my God, somebody's robbed me. I don't have a penny. Everybody, my billboard's gone.
You know, though, then I think I enjoyed radio after I think it over better than I did
Better than
television.
much better than I do TV. I hate TV. I hate to stand there and
TV can make a monster out of
smile and
you. Or an angel.
put on, and you either make a monster or an angel. There's no in between.
Lord have mercy, some capers I pulled on it, though.
Ooh.
Mm.